Okay, so we actually have like two options for playing today. My so this is the initial one that I wanted to do, because yesterday we did or well, if you are following, if you're on the Facebook group or following on YouTube, yesterday I did this one, which is just called 6 as the daily tangle. But on the one entry, it's in Tangle Patterns, it's 6 and 6 flower. So if you want to do this one, of course you can. But I was going to focus on the 6 flower for today, or you could do some combination. And I corrected it. So if you don't use anyone that was on earlier, don't use that link because it won't work. I have that. This is a new link, which I will put that in the chat so you have access to it. So this is a series of 6s, and it's not like I was like, I don't draw my 6s that way, but you get the idea. And so, you find your middle, and we kind of draw a fancy 6 and then connect them. Now you don't have to do 4. Like I did 5 in mine. I think some others did, 6, as many as you want. That's completely up to you. All connected at the, at the center there. Let's see. I'm doing a screen share, so you should be able to see, but I'm going to put the link in the chat here. Let me just do that now. And hopefully you don't have to like go out and back again to see the screen, because you should though see the screen share. And I'm glad that you made it in. So then after we do these 6s all connected at the, I don't know, we'll call that the stem of the 6. Then we aura them.
I'm sorry, Heather, are you going to put the other link in?
Yeah, I'll put that in. Yeah.
Okay.
And so then we're going to aura these. And what's interesting is the way she did it here is auraing the one side, but then when we come down to the side that's empty on the 6, it kind of touches that, the we're going to call it the orb of the 6, and then comes down. So it kind of closes it off there. But when I show you her artwork, there's one where I don't know that she did. We'll have to look close, Mom, on that. And then really the rest of it is just decorating. So she shaded or filled in that aura part and left in the little shine places. Put a little aura in the center, some lines, up in this, big area. And I did some rounding. Hers, they just kind of looked thick. I'll have to look again. And then we were joking earlier because she put the orbs in here, and we were all saying that, well, actually, no, by the end, just because of the way some people did theirs, it ended up looking like tentacles with all of the orbs. It's orb telephones. So, and then let me put the grid one in here also, and I'll let me chat about that.
That's the first one that I did. That's that one.
Yeah. Oh, and well, see, and with that one, if you can see, because it's up at the top there. So this one is a grid pattern, and it's the same idea. It's a 6, and you can see how you're hitting almost, except maybe for the top.
Yeah, you go from that corner, then you hit all 3 sides.
Yeah, and then this one uses the idea of the reticula, where you just turn your tile and then you do it the same way. So if you can imagine this box turning, and it's always going to be this way, looking like a 6, but you can position them however you want. You could start with the end in the center. And did somebody do that one, Mom, or was that on her example?
No, this morning somebody did it, and they didn't rotate the boxes. They did like 2 starting in the corners on the right hand, and then 2 starting in the corners in the left hand side. So it looked totally different, but it was good.
Yeah. And then it's just decorating from there. But that's just something, if you hear those terms, fragments and reticula, the reticula is the grid or the structure that we put it in, put the tangles in, and the fragments, it's just, I did it on a video, and I did the tangle, and then I cut it apart so that way I could kind of use it as an example of what that means. Because some people can picture flipping things around, and but anyway, but that's what that is about. did I put that in there already? I did. Okay, last thing is I want to share the Tangle Patterns link, because like I said, this was, from the 8th was an entry. And so first it was just the 6. And here you can see some of the different ways that that she decorated. This is the, the gap, from where you start, and then even behind, just different ways to do it. Adding flux or some stripes, or of course the famous orbs. And then here's the 6th flower. And so if you notice on her sample here, I'm not seeing.
She didn't aura it.
Yeah, it's like, you do the 6 and then just maybe came back with like completing the line this way.
Right.
Yeah, so that's an option. And that's why we like to share it, because that way you can, if you think you want to try that, then you can. And then in the background here is the grid one. Just, in a different, it looks like it's in blue. And that's actually a neat color combination. I'm guessing it's on a Renaissance style.
It looks like she has some pattern in the background of the other half, but I can't tell, or is it just scribbling or something?
It looks like it's like scribbling. Like there's that one called Stir It Up or something that just looks like scribbling.
Yeah, it's very light, whatever.
Yeah,
it is.
because it's not as organized as like cheesecloth.
No, it's just like a texture.
Yeah, sometimes I'll have to just play with that, but for whatever reason, I feel like I need to have instructions for it, even though I can tell. I don't know. It's just weird. But yeah, and then she had some muka in here and some flux, but just, it's just a different thing, or a different way to approach it. And then doing an aura all the way around the whole design, even with the extra stuff, is a neat idea. So that is that. I'll put the link to this in there as well, so that way you have it. And then when I do usually when I'll put this out on a video tonight, and then I always make sure to include those links in there. Stop screen share. There we go. Okay, and actually seeing that blue, now I want to go. Now I want to maybe do that on a. Well, maybe I'll try it again, because that blue with the Renaissance style was a neat combination.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well I'm gonna go. First, I'm gonna use a gray. What color are you using?
It's one of the. I think it's the blue, but it looks gray.
Oh, okay. All right. So, if everyone has decided, I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Are you going to do the 6 or the 6 flower?
Well, so I'm going to do the 6 flower. So
Okay.
the 6 is, if you want to do the grid, that's just kind of extra. I kept picturing doing it like as a border, but I kind of like what I did, and maybe I'm going to do a wintry something like this. I don't know. We'll see how it ends up.
Thanks.
Sure. But yeah, I threw that in there because it's on the step out, and then like I said too, I like how she had that as a background. But that's one of those up to you. All right, so I'm gonna sort of guess at the center here. That's where it's. Oh, and I can have white in here too, right? Okay. All right. So then I usually take a deep breath, because it's a curvy. It's almost like an S shape is what I was doing. You can do it how, kind of however you want. You could just make a regular 6, which would probably end up looking really good. But I'm going to, I have to look and see, how did I do that anyway? Oh yeah, I went in like an S. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. And the trick with this one a little bit is to have a pen that works really good. Oh, here, I'll use the PN. It'll make it a little bit thicker. You see, if you're going to aura the top, you just have to make sure to leave room at the top, for that space. There we go. Kind of like so. Oh, and for whatever reason, I have to turn it this way. Like my brain doesn't want to work making it go the other way. And again, however many you want to put on, up to you. And then two, yeah, it's like my things are turning out kind of big. And then I end up with one closer to the next, but
yeah, I think the different spacing just adds flavor to it.
it does, because you can't really tell. It just makes it look more organic. One of those things that we just shouldn't worry ourselves about. Okay. So I'm tempted to do it, but I think I'm gonna do it the way the step out says, because I've said tempted to do the without the aura, and I'm thinking all you would do is you would just connect the orb back down to the center, and that's what you would do. But wow, I got kind of wild here with these. All right, so I'm gonna aura that outside. And then what I found as I was auraing this is if I wanted to have this, this line here kind of stick out a little bit, like, go to the left, I needed to stop the aura, have it come down a little earlier than I thought, because I would come like right at the edge, and then I would end up having a straight line here. So sometimes playing with that, if you end up kind of going, oh, that might help. Let's see. And then too, you can always play with, how far out the you aura. And if you end up with them being like uneven-ish, knowing that you can, we'll be filling those in, that's always a comfort. Well, hi, LC from NY. Welcome. Or two, it's just one of those, if it's uneven, you just don't worry about it, because it adds, like you said, Rob, it adds to the character.
Yeah.
Oh, I just want to see if oh no, okay, Elizabeth is not on. Elizabeth that was on this morning sent me a picture of hers, and she said this is one of those, and I totally agree that you most of the way through you're like, oh, this looks this looks awful, and then when you get to the end it's like, oh, look at how nice that is.
I think I did good. How did I do that?
Right. I love these kind. Okay, so if you're done with those auras, then I mean, seriously, this is really the decoration part. So you can end up doing whatever you want, but following the step out. So I'm just going to put an aura, and it's kind of a thick aura, leaving a decent amount of space there. Or not, like that one. All right. And then, let's see, I'm going to, here's my, okay. And then for these lines, I'm gonna use the grays and see how I like them on this gray. And I just, this is the darker one. So the lines coming up, what I did with those was, I just kind of aura'd the shape that I had, or kind of made it up, just so that way it looks has a little flair to it. But I was coming out of the center, and I'm working to kind of divide it in half, and then coming from that same point, divide each half in half.
And I ended up with having more, you know,
Oh, yeah.
some places I needed to add another line because I ended
Mhm.
up with too fat of a thing, but that was okay.
And saying just, you know, like here I have a very beautiful straight line. I probably couldn't do that if I tried, but you know, but it's like, you know, but adding, you know, a little curve in on the inside helps that. Oh my goodness! So now I'm not even gonna say what I'm seeing. It's not bad. It's just it's gonna make everybody hungry. I was seeing hams.
Oh, it does sort of look like ham,
So I couldn't keep it to myself.
but you couldn't, could you?
No, I couldn't. Couldn't keep it to myself. Yeah, so wait, is this wait. Okay, let me just look here. So Jacqueline, feeling Zentangle challenged. And so Elsie, I was using just the Micron like fine line type pens.
And I'm using actually using a graphic for these darker lines.
Okay.
The graphic one. I kind of like that
Nice.
look
Yeah.
now with the darker, you know, because my eyesight's going, but
and so Jacqueline and I'm thinking, is this the Jacqueline that I know from US Art Quest? And you have to tell us why are you feeling Zentangle challenged? how can we help? Oh,
yeah,
and then
we need more information.
Yeah. All right. And then, let me explain the rounding bit for those in case you don't know. Well, let me take that back from it. You could just leave it like this if you wanted to just have straight lines, and you could, just like thicken it at the top however you want, or, the rounding is just like from the line that you're at to the top. I mean, I'll do it and not color it in. As you can see, I just added a corner. We rounded it, and then you fill it in. And I'm going to do it on this side too. Although I didn't bother to fill in these sides here. That was the next step. But some of these you can do them out of order. There's no. Unless something hinges on something else, sometimes I do get out of order.
Well, using a pencil shouldn't make any difference.
Oh, good, Jacqueline. Is it good to see your name.
Only when it comes to, I don't know, why would it look a whole lot different?
It might not look as because
as
the pencil
crisp?
is gonna be like more fuzzy or whatever, or just thicker. But I think it still should be okay.
Yeah, the other thing is to make sure it's nicely sharpened for the lines.
Yeah.
Straight lines.
So Jacqueline, you just saw my post because I don't usually post on my, and I don't know why, just because, like I said earlier, I'm not good at letting people know things. So you must have saw that post.
I almost forgot to put the other shine in, so my two shines are pretty close to each other. But I guess that doesn't matter as long as I keep it consistent, right? Right.
Right. Yes,
and answer my own question.
and Rich is right. Happy little trees, no mistakes. That's right.
I forgot that there was a 10 in this, the gray pens.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, I wanted to use it to fill in, and I kept thinking, I don't want to fill that whole, but I could have used the brush one too. That's true.
Right. Ooh.
But sometimes you don't have as much control over the brush.
Yeah.
That looks okay. So far, so good.
You know, and I'm almost thinking, because you don't have to fill in this side thing if you didn't want to, because you could put. Oh, you know, maybe I'll. I like those, like the lines she did in the other one. I don't know. It's one of those where I feel like I want to do something different, so I'm just going to wait on them until I feel fully inspired on those. So instead, we'll just do this rounding. And I'll probably fill it in anyway, just because it's like, that's what I'm supposed to do.
There's no supposed to. Oh, and heck, that one, I went right through it and filled it. Okay, I'm only putting the shine at the top. I got so carried away that I just kept going.
Well,
I know what I could do. With the charcoal pencil, I could.
Yeah, you can go back and fix it. And
think about that.
Oh, saying Jacqueline, sometimes, you know, it's unfortunate. Sometimes, well, I wonder if even like closing it, coming back, or sometimes you have to just, you know, come back in type of thing. If you're having trouble with the picture, or sometimes it'll just come back on its own. I think it's like the bandwidth issue or something. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to put this one in the maybe the spooky tangles list too, because as we were talking about tentacles, but I was like thinking, well, gosh, if you know Halloween time, if you could make these into like just big eyeballs.
That's what I'm doing. I'm making eyeballs. You totally got it.
Oh.
Auraing the aura in the middle. I'm just auraing it, and I'm like, up, we're doing the eyeballs. We're back to Halloween.
Oh, all right. Where's mine? How funny. Okay, well, there's a light one. Yeah, I'm not sure where I want to use the light one at yet, but it helped. It help if I put my toys away in between. I just have this sea of pens and pencils. One thing I didn't mention is say if you wanted to do the shine and you don't know what we're talking about, so on the side here, and I'm gonna, you know, let me actually start it with the black pen. So that way I don't forget, and it still doesn't mean because I've done it and then run right over it. So because she had one bit of shine up here at the center. So what I do is I'm just making a little scribble, and I do it on either side where I want that little shine part to be. And I'll go ahead and do it on the side here. So I'm kind of working on either side, and I sometimes will make it, if I remember, I make it a little bit wider than I think I should. And then I'll just reuse the rest of this ink in here. Hopefully it feels like this one is dying. Well, now that's frustrating to use. It's frustrating if it feels like it's dying. And then we'll just fill in the rest. Listen, I like to leave the edge kind of jagged because it does make it look natural.
What did you use? This is Rhonda. What did you use to make the shine?
Oh, so that's just with the pen. So I'll do it on another one.
You just leave a gap, kind of,
Yeah.
a jagged gap.
Yeah, so I'm just using my regular pen.
Okay, now I have the Micron pins.
Yeah.
Now, which pin is that?
This is the PN one. It's a plastic nib.
Oh, okay.
And it's just because I grabbed it.
Okay.
Do you have like this, the 01?
Yes, I have the 01, 02. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which? The 01?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because that's what I started using, and then it decided it felt like failing on me. And then you're right, Marcia. Yeah, just having that little shine in a similar place is a good idea. But then I switched to the graphic one like Mom did, so that way it's quicker to fill, because it's not really a brush tip.
But there is a brush tip.
Yeah, there is. What would you call this kind of tip? Because it's
what?
On the graphic one, it's kind of like a felt tip.
It's like a plastic, like a PN, only bigger, I think. But it might be a little bit more porous or something, because the PN, you can get a nice thin line, and then if you press down a little harder, you can get a little bit of a thicker line.
Yeah, because I'm holding them kind of. Well, let me flip this over so you can see. So everyone can see.
They are similar, except I think the
this
flows out of. Is that the graphic?
This is the graphic.
Yeah, I think that it looks like where the ink flows out is the surface is a little bit bigger.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know.
Because it really is like it flows right out of the tip, and it seems like the other one, it's like out of the whole thing.
Right, the whole tapered end.
Yeah, but it's not floppy. My technical term, like a brush tip. But it has a softer feel to it too when you're, like the PN, you can feel that plastic. And now I have to figure, where am I going to put some? I have to put some white on here. Or I don't. Or part of me is feeling, because that having all of that color on the other one I did was kind of nice. So I don't know. Oops. Get all of this part done, and then two, I'm thinking of, well, then how to accentuate it. No, I could try and do what I did again, but I don't know. Although I did like, I think it was on Rosemary's. We're just having a background of printops, the spirals.
Yes,
for those that don't know the names of things. That's in the gray.
Was she if she did it in a lighter gray, or if she was doing that with the embossing tool?
The embossed.
I couldn't tell. I couldn't.
Yeah. And I don't, Rosa, I don't know if you had just sent that one to me. Oh, she's writing. She did the embossing. Oh, that was very nice. The grid 6 one looks like candy that she did, because I don't know if you posted that one yet or not, Rosemary. But that was just gorgeous, and it makes me want to try more. More color. because it's so much fun. All right. Actually, that could be, maybe I do orbs in the background and color them. This is when I'm filling in. I sometimes think of it as I'm buying time as I'm thinking of what I want to do next. But you have to fill in anyway. So it's. I feel like I'm stalling, but I'm not.
I think they call that constructive stalling.
Something, yeah. We'll make up a term for it.
That's my term for it. Constructive stalling. Or constructive procrastination, one of the two.
There we go. And then 2, as I'm looking like, how on earth did I do this? It's all, I must have had to move my hand or something. I don't know, because it's like I got all these little weird points in here. And the nice thing with the fill-in is that, if you need to go back and adjust, you can kind of just, with the pen kind of going on the outside of whatever you did if you need to neaten something up a little bit.
Somebody, was it this one? Oh, it might have been the other. It might. Never mind. Oh, I think it was this one. Somebody, instead of making the top round, they came to a point like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was on the last one. Yeah,
really neat. Yeah,
it did. And Lorraine from London, good to have you here.
The UK is very well represented on your calls.
And it's midnight there, right? Yeah.
It's for night owls.
Yeah, I think I'm a night owl.
Yep.
Let's see.
Where are you?
I'm in Michigan. Well, Mom and I are both we're in Michigan.
I'm in Washington.
In the States.
It's 7:30 in the evening.
Let's see what it's 7:30 here. I'm on the East Coast.
Okay.
I'm Washington D.C., but I'm really enjoying this.
Oh, good, Rhonda.
We're in the same time zone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were talking about in the UK. It's so Lorraine said, it's just gone 12:30 a.m. So here is because we love this session. Oh. Yeah, it's way too much fun. And then because the earlier one, it'd be just kind of, what time is that? Like 4 or 5. When I set the times, I had no idea that we'd have this range. It's amazing.
Yeah, like people from Australia where it's the next day already.
Yeah, because we do have from today on. Yeah, so it's already tomorrow. So let's see. Wait, it's not. Yeah, no. So it's actually New Year's Eve. We're on New Year's Eve.
Right.
Oh wow.
All right. And then I'm still stalling. Like, all right, what should because I want to do something different, but at the same time, I don't. I'm thinking. Well, let's me do. I want to use that extra light gray, but I don't want to. Part of me doesn't want to. Oh, I know where I'll use that. Okay, so I'm just going to put some orbs up around here as we should, or as I feel like I should. And it does add a nice little difference just even using just the this gray. It's close to the black. Oh, and then too, so if you do these orbs around, around the this place that we're doing, make sure to, we want to fill in those gaps in between also. It makes it look really, really nice. Makes them pop. I like to sometimes start my orb on the orb before, so like in the middle here, so that way I run less of a risk of doing what I just did there, which was not having them meet up.
Right. That's the good trick to make them touch. You start it on the one you just did.
One of the cool things, you guys, that Anita did was do the orbs not all in the center. She alternated. Some were on the outside, some were on the inside. So it looks really different, and it's cool.
Let's see. Sometimes I have to flip back. Let's see. Oh, well. On this one, she did do them all on the inside. But, maybe that's what I'll add, is I'll do some of those, maybe some of the mukas. I don't know. And we can flip back. I'm going to have to try one with that color combination. I'm just going to share my screen again really quick, just to see. I'm still marveling at this. I love that blue and the tan and the, adding the white in there.
Did you add
not
any?
this one, Heather, but the one where she did the grid?
Oh yeah, that's
that one, because that one. See how some of them are coming in the inside and some are on the outside.
Right.
And I did mine that way by accident, but I like them. I like my ovaries to look like that. They don't look like hands.
Heather, are you adding any white to that? To make it look like it's on the top where you left that empty space.
This here,
yes.
I will probably, yes. And I'll do now so that way you can see what it looks like. Yeah. Just because it's gray. Ooh, I guess I need a little syrup. That's the fun about using some kind of toned paper, because it can look nice like that. Well, and see, let me do this here. And this, I'm going to go over the black.
Okay.
To see what I did here on this was purple. I don't know that if you can see it, but it's a white background. But I decided to do this over that, so that it made it look a little, gave it a little gradient. So kind of the same thing here. And then you could always use the Tortillion on it a little bit too. But then I think it makes the white just a little bit more, good. Brilliant in there. And then too, I can kind of make it still have that jaggedy look. What's so funny, actually, Francie, it's like sometimes, like when things like this, where it's like it's so cool to add the white. And so sometimes I will do that. It's like going, I just need that little, like a boost. It's like, oh, that's so exciting. Okay, now then I can do something else. Oh, it's so funny. Well, Lorraine, say a couple places that you can share. And when we're done, I'm gonna take a screenshot. And but if you want, and let me put it in the chat right now, if you want to email me, Heather at. What I'm going to do is I will send a recap so that way everybody can see. And we also have a Facebook group. So if you want to join that, you can if you're on Facebook. And people that are on there, post them there. I swipe them from there, so that way if you put it on Facebook, you don't necessarily have to email it to me. And then I collect them all, and then I'll send them out on a recap, which I plan to do that tomorrow, because I've got it half done already. Let me get that the other. I like that outlining, Mom, with the
white.
Yeah.
It needed something.
Let's see. I think this will take you right. Oh, actually, let me just try it.
I love the white charade. It's beautiful.
Thank you. It's
really
just,
makes it pop.
yeah.
I'm going to copy you.
Okay. It's all right with me. I don't have a patent on it.
You're not my muse. You're my Zeus.
Well, and it's neat because you're doing it right. Well, it's a narrow aura, or are you trying to do it right up to the?
I'm putting it right, trying to put it right next to it.
Okay.
Not that it always works that way, but
No, and it doesn't have to. But that creates such a neat effect. Almost, well, it's just different than if you were to aura with the white. And then, so, Lorraine, I put, or anyone else that wants, if you're not on the Facebook group, would love to have you. Okay. And
just an FYI, I don't know if they even sell this brand anymore, but never buy the Ink Essentials White because it doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
It's a real lousy tip on it. It's like too pointy and not enough ink flows through it, so it really doesn't do well at all.
What brand is it?
Ink Essentials.
Huh.
Well, I like these Uniball Signos. They're fatter than the 10 jelly roll.
You know, I've had the best luck with the jelly rolls for some reason. I have an 8, but until I met you guys, I didn't know you could get them in different sizes. So
well, I think it's fairly new, and I think you had a challenge once, and I know Sandy in the morning session, she had it where hers. Oh, so who's showing? Oh, okay. Oh, I've seen that. Yeah, I don't know.
Essentials, huh?
Yeah, I've seen that name somewhere before on like other stuff.
I
But she
don't
had a challenge.
recommend it.
Yeah, she had a challenge with her white kind of flake is scraping off when we were doing the snowflakes. And
Yeah,
you said
that's
one
right.
time yours had that too.
Yep.
Oh. Oh, well, Jacqueline, yeah. I'm glad you joined in. We do this every Thursday. You can join in every Thursday, Jacqueline.
Yeah. Morning or night or both.
That's right, or both. Yeah, I always love that when I would teach there, and then I don't remember who would say it, but they're like, we can always tell when Heather's here.
Is it on Eventbrite every Thursday?
Well, I post them on Eventbrite and Meetup and Facebook. It's all the same. It's all the same link. But yeah, every Thursday, 11. Well, depending on where you're at, 11 my time and 7 p.m. my time. And on my website under classes, I put the links there too, because sometimes it seems like I know some have had problems getting in through the Eventbrite. But that way the links are just there.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So the nice thing about Eventbrite and, well, actually any of those, because if you like register for them, then it'll send you a reminder, and that's always nice.
Is our time Eastern Standard Time? Is that what the
Eastern something? Yeah, I always forget which is which.
Yeah, that's what you're on, because it's the same time as me, and I'm on Eastern Standard Time in Boston.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I've told this story before. When the time changed, my mother-in-law, Heather's grandma, lives in Indiana. In Indiana, the state is split.
Yeah, like Arizona. Same thing.
Yeah, and she lived like right on the line, and so 1 clock would be set for well, she lived close to South Bend, and so if she was going into South Bend, she had 1 clock set for that time, and if she was going the other direction to LaPorte, that was set for the other time. I don't know how she ever got anywhere on time, but it wasn't my problem.
No kidding. How confusing.
Yeah, and those guys would say, or the ones where they didn't change, they'd say, "Well, we're on the right time."
Yeah, that's Arizona. Yep, they do the same thing.
And then we'd always have to judge when we'd go to visit. Now, I mean, we would leave what we thought was a reasonable time here, and then we'd have to judge. Now, are we getting there before lunch or after lunch, or, should we eat on the way, or will they, it was crazy.
That happens on the Hoover Dam coming out of Arizona. You on one side you're in one time zone, and then the other side you're in the other time zone.
Don't even need a time machine.
Nope, that's right. We're just time travelers. See, that's probably what H.G. Wells did.
Yeah, that's the inspiration.
All he did was just went to a different time zone.
Exactly.
Oh, this is so much fun. Oh my gosh, look at the time is just, and I'm not I'm further behind on this one than I was on the other one earlier. Wow. I'm going to try what you did there. I'm going to see, just because I want to try it. I like stopping what I'm doing in the middle and then. Yeah, this is the regular jelly roll. I do like these 10s though. I haven't tried the 5 too much. It just seems like it doesn't do anything. But I've been happy with this 10 because look at how juicy that is. I love that. That is so neat with the with that white on the inside.
The 8 is really good, but it's hard to fill in when you miss spots. That's the only thing I would say. You kind of have to go into pointillism a little bit, or pointillism, to get the spots that you miss.
Yeah.
Well, remember, I had trouble with the Signo flaking when we were working that one.
I remember
when you were here, Heather. But then when I did it in the evening, or with this session, when we did the snowflakes on the Tuesday, I didn't have any trouble. So I don't know what the deal was.
Well, I was wondering, like with when Sandy mentioned, I was wondering if it was like the paper, if it, the paper, if it just wasn't adhering to the paper, because I don't know if that leaves a little bit of a raised edge, like some of these jelly rolls that have the glaze. I am realizing if you're going to do this, it is helpful to have, because you used a thicker pen on your lines.
Yes.
You can always go back, but which is what I'm going to have to do. But no, that's what I was wondering, if it was actually just the paper that was causing the problem, or if it was the pen.
That's a possibility.
That's definitely a possibility, because I bought this tablet of black paper that I thought was going to be so cool with my chalk pencils, and it's actually like some Fabrica stuff, some brand, I don't remember really, and it doesn't work at all with certain ones. It's just really sad. It was like, yeah.
Well, some of the paper is more absorbent and the colors don't show up as well, because it just soaks right in. And then Heather, you've had this too, where after a while the colors brighten up as they dry, sort of.
Yeah.
Some of the jelly rolls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I did use this gray. Okay, so I'm going to come back with the gray and redefine those lines, and say to you, for anyone using the jelly rolls, or something that kind of goes over, because like some of the metallics, they'll which is nice, because as a course corrector, it's like, oh, I'll just use this metallic and it will cover right over that line, and then you can redefine, whatever you need. It's kind of nice. But so then, just go back and redefine with, whatever you want. And so now I've reimagined this whole thing. And then 2, I'm going to add a little line up the center of these, because I like that, because I did that on the last one. Wow, you can just barely see that. It's kind of neat. And I'm like, is it working, or did I just make a dent in the paper? Nope, it's working. I might have to play with this one for a while to get it to where I'm like...
That line's great. I love that. Now, did you put gray in there or graphite?
This is just the gray. So the new
pen.
gray pens that they have, they have a light and a dark.
I know, if I could ever find mine, I'd be really excited.
Yeah, and they're nice. They're nice, and like I said, I got them from Dick Blick, because like you could get the set of 8 so that you had a 1, 5, 10, and brush, and yeah.
Heather, who makes those? Are those Microns, the grays that you're using, or
Yeah, these are new. Yeah, they're new, hot off the presses, I think.
new and fabulous? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what else I'm doing with that, but I think we want to see what everybody's done. And I'm like, I'll just have both of mine, so that way it's. I'm going to debate on what I'm doing, and then finish it tonight so I can post it. Now, wait, no, is that the gray that you did with the background? Light gray?
Me?
Yeah.
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 So you did some extra flux and orbs.
Yes.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at, and then I like the lines that you did.
I know what I need to do to make it show up more, though.
I think it looks neat that way, though.
Yeah.
I know, but I like this.
Are you being Heather Cherie, where you tell her enough? But actually, that looks very cool.
What?
That does look neat. Yeah. You know, when you think you're like, oh yeah, this looks awesome, and then you're like, oh, I'll try this. Oh, it's even awesomer.
Well, and I could take the brush and go all the way out to the edge.
Yeah.
So it looks dark all the way to the edge. But I don't think I want to.
Yeah. But that, yeah, now it has, well,
it has more definition.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like putting an aura.
You could do the edge of the paper though, also.
Well, like, you know what?
You could.
I could.
Yeah, but that's neat. Yeah, because it does. I like it both ways. It depends on what you think you want. Because the one, it just kind of looks like it blends into the paper.
I was trying to get the effect that Rosemary had with her embossing with the, and like I say, it did have that same kind of an effect.
Yeah. Ooh, which is what I think I'm gonna. Ooh, that gives me an idea.
What kind of gray paper do you use? Where do you?
So mine is a Zentangle tile. And Mom's using the Strath. Is that the Strathmore that I got you?
Yes, I was just looking for them. This is.
Yeah.
Oh, it's called
mixed
tone
media.
Blue.
They're really nice. This one's tone blue, and then the other is tone gray.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
And here's the difference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is the tone blue, and this is the tone gray. I mean, the tone blue is a blue gray.
Yeah.
And the white, although the white is showing up really good on yours, Heather.
Yeah.
I find the white shows up much better on the darker gray than the official tiles are. And the Strathmore have a really nice feel to the thing.
Yeah.
I've got shades of gray cardstock that it's slicker. It doesn't have the tooth to it. Now my white signal has stopped working.
It said, and when I did this snowflake, and I don't think I saw it, but it could be that Blick just didn't have it because this was the same brand, but it was tan.
Yes, I've got the tan. Yeah.
Yeah. And this, because I had, you have gray, but and it's a nice, it's a nice quality, and it looks neat. The pens work really good on it, and so much fun. All right, so let's see what everybody did. So if you want to if you want to, you don't have to. There's no way we can make anybody do anything.
I was going to say, I'd prefer to redo mine and show it and post it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Mine is terrible.
Oh, well,
Oh yeah.
we want
Everybody is their own worst critic.
Oh, but these are all
Okay.
gorgeous.
Oh,
No.
those are beautiful. This is my
This
first
isn't,
time. It's a
but-
little squiggly.
Had
So
all
I-
kinds of weird.
I didn't even fill in my orbs. I decided to leave them open.
Yeah.
Like
wow.
orbs or whatever.
Nice. All right.
I
so
need to come
everybody's-
more often.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, every week. All right,
Yes.
All right.
To
So
learn this.
and hold them up, and then I'll get a screenshot, and I just want to make sure that everybody's on that wants to get on, and you know what? Even if it's squiggly, it's okay. All right. So hold them steady
Marina's
and
beautiful. Marina's looks like flowers.
got it. All right.
Gorgeous.
Got them.
Gorgeous,
Okay.
Gorgeous.
Let me make sure I got it. I did. All right. So I'll share my screen again. That way everybody can see everybody's, because it's so hard to see on, when you're holding it up in front of the camera, right? And
My camera's here.
okay, there we go. But yeah, just such other just neat ideas. And I didn't get the names. Oh well, we'll just live with that. The one with the blue and putting the print tomps in the center.
Oh,
Actually,
wow.
that makes me think of music.
Makes you think of
because
what?
It makes me think of music because they almost look like notes, sort of.
They do.
And it's just so fun looking. And Tom and Carl's, I was like, yours is. Oh, let me move. Oh, it's just off the. Let me try this.
Those are beautiful.
Oh, who's the one who did like the red, green, and blue marble looking?
I bet that's Rosemary.
Is that Rosemary's? Yeah.
That is gorgeous. Wow. Oh, is that you, Rosemary?
There we go.
Oh,
tons is still in progress. Yeah. They are just gorgeous, and I like and I think I'm trying to tell the picture because it looks like I got it half off, but I'm trying to guess, is that Tom's did you have the color on yours, Tom? I like the from the red to the orange to the yellow.
Yeah, that's really pretty too.
That's really gorgeous.
Yes,
Wow.
Tom's is the color one. Mine's black and white.
Nice. They're both gorgeous.
Beautiful.
They're all gorgeous. Adding some color is just neat. Fun. And I like seeing what everybody else did around the outsides. And actually, Rosemary, looks like you did the grid one, but it's not in a grid. It's in we'll call it the reticula is our diamond shape or triangle. Yeah. That's a neat idea.
Which one are you talking about, Heather?
Rosemary's, because it looks
names, so I don't know.
Oh, it's the one with the she's got the red fingernails and the.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. That's
You know what, too?
With the ones with the colored orbs, I love that.
Yeah,
that's gorgeous.
At the same time, you can still it's the same difference, if you will. If you do the 6 like we were doing it, and you're starting in the center, and you just draw a straight line, a straightish, end of your 6 instead of I made mine wiggly. It still could work out because then you're butting up the orb part to the, or actually no, the next one you start, you would just make sure to hit that. But just so gorgeous. All of them. Let me scooch down. And Jacqueline says that I said I like everyone to show, because a lot of times we've had a lot of people like, oh, it's horrible. No, it looks really good. So email them to me. That way we can share. But they're all, so different and so neat. And what cool ideas. So much fun.